Welcome Brawlers, I'm the Hermit, and today we're gonna be playing Kumonosu the Watchful, also known as Spider piloted by Peni. For 3 mana and Azorius, we get a 4/4 legendary Spider hero, artifact creature by the way, with Vigilance. When it enters, we put a +1 counter on target creature, and when a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So this is for every modified creature, not just whenever one or more, so that's a nice improvement. And because it's modified and not just counters like Halija, the uncommon one from Age of Eternities, I decided to build this deck mostly around auras with a little bit of equipment going on. So we have a bunch of Curiosity style effects, Regular Curiosity, Curious Obsession, Combat Research, as well as the Azorius Staggering Insight. Then we have creatures we want to modify, also known as for Spirit Dancer, Light Boss, maybe even Esper Sentinel. And we have, of course, since we are playing 8, I think, equipment, we're going to be playing Stormforce Mystic as well as Cloud Midgard Mercenary. From the new Arena Anthology, we have both Caldra Complete and Barrel Skull, which we want with Stoneforge, and we have cheaper equipment in Morgul Knife, also known as Shadow Spear, and Tome of Gadwig. Also even Nettle Cyst, and another copy in a similar effect to our commander, Angler Shield, a new one from Through the Omenpaths. When it enters, we equip it, and when a quick creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card for each modified creature you control. So another payoff to modify a bunch of creatures. And like I said, we can get them if they are cheap with Cloud, and if they are on the expensive side, it's better with Stoneforge. Then we have auras that give flying, protection, and we have a couple of creatures we want to put the auras on, such as Geist of Draft and Invisible Stalker. They can be blocked or both have hexproof. Just a little bit of enchantment payoff. We have Entity Tracker. We don't have the cheaper ones that put counters because we don't want to throw them late in the game, but getting Entity Tracker to draw more cards seems like a good place. We also have Storm Chaser Drake. When we target it with a Nora, we draw a card. For a little bit of removal, we have Volatile Storm Drake, your typical Calculate Apparition, Tiziana's Tidebinder. And because it's for every time we deal combat, we have the one-off Double Striker with Captain Everheart. It taxes our opponent's stuff the turn they draw it, and it gives us a discount for the turn we draw every card. Which if we're gonna be playing Core Spirit Dancer or Swam, might be something good for our auras. So that's pretty much the deck. A little bit of auras that go over the top, all that clearers, ethereal armor. So let's get into the queue and let's see how much aura we can farm. Flim. And we have our new version of Pilot's Pilgrim that's a little bit like Cloud from Final Fantasy. Sentinel as well, so that's good. I think we will put the insight on the Sentinel. Ghostly Pilferer. Right. We don't want to give it protection here because then it will... the aura will fall off. Iron cracks. Withdraw ossification. Opponent plays Coven. And since we kinda need another land, take the Pilferer. So we pass. We can put the Umbra on our opponent. It can transform though, so they spend all their mana transforming into flame. They do get the discount, which is not the worst for them, but time, that's what they want. Play the shield. And we're gonna draw 2 cards. Okay. We are getting there, slow but steady. An opponent doesn't seem to have that many counter spells. They discard a mayhem card. Well, they mill rather. Is this another mayhem card? Seems like it. Teacher's Wings. They are the Green Goblin hoverboard. They attach it there. It can now copy instant or sorceries, but we drew our Tisha's Tidebinder. Here, what do we want to do? Maybe, yeah, let's play the captain. We're gonna keep up the Tidebinder. Peter Triumph. Draw another card. Serial Alarm. So Pro Black. Let's play the tap land. We don't need more than 3 mana, even if we don't use Tishana, we might want to Entity Tracker. Now might be the turn we play Serena, but what would we? Okay, so draw a card. 4 damage to each creature. So, ooh, okay. So we need to rebuild with Entity Tracker. How much does this cost? Only 2. That's actually a fair price. Maybe we give Elemental first. Stoneforge. Which one should we get? Fire Skull seems like the one. If we equip, I think we want to equip it just. So let's pass. Now here is where we play the Tidebinder. So opponent has a Psychic Frog now. Oh, we should actually take that. And another cute interaction that I have happened to run into once while testing the deck is, would you look at that, is that if you discard a card to put a counter, that's a modifying, so if you steal your opponent's Psychic Frog, you can get even more cards out of it. Here we take the frog. Yes. We need to make a couple of flyers. You. Ooh, I pause. But we cannot play an aura if we also play. So exile 3 to give it this guy flying. We go to combat attack. Oh, it doesn't have haste though. Mm. Gonna discard land after land. And they concede. Yeah, we have 2 flyers. Now they can attack, so yeah, a little bit of a misplay on my part, but we still had flying for next turn on the floor. Good games, Flame. That's what you get for not getting Flaming and instead getting Goblin. Pipis, well, we don't keep one-landers. But yeah, we can work with this one. It got caught. Oh, and a Kami. Oh, actually, played the Beast Binder. Command, okay. I think we Curiosity on the Spirit Dancer then. Cards. Back. Bring Harmanto con the cup. That one. That one is gonna be annoying. No more lands. And we take the original. Now let's see what opponent has. Ultima. Invasion block. How do we get here? 50 code. Yeah, I think that might work. Although I guess with the commander out, this is gonna be harder for us. Yes, we destroy enchantment, a counter. Dying on you. Like that. And like this. Yeah, cannot be blocked. So now we have indestructible, even if our opponent plays Ultima. We are good. Reminder, code, we need to return it if they play Ultima because it gets destroyed. Guess, let's play that. This. We open it to block with the lander, and then we wouldn't gain life with Core Spirit Dancer. Yeah, and I think maybe... Yeah, we had the Array. I think maybe this is one of the reasons why they might consider banning Azorius Binder is... It's not technically permanently, but it... In some games, it feels like it permanently removes your commander from the game. Which is why they banned a bunch of other cards that do the same, so... You know, they're... Granite Magistrate, well, that one you can cast, but others that negate abilities from Hitting Needle and the like. So, yeah, maybe we'll see the Beastbinder go at some point. Maybe not. Either way, good games, opponent. Good games. That's Susa lost spot seeking. Ugh. Can try this one. The captain, and we're gonna use light posts only after we have an aura we can equip. Let's Cobra from opponent. Core combat attack. And since we cannot nullify Azusa, we'll instead do it to the Cobra. And we get our commander. And they have enough mana for a big guy, so. Or I guess 2 medium guys. Yeah, Eldrassis. Definitely not surprised. I guess let's play a couple of guys. Yeah, I think we might lose this one. The good ossification, what to be ossification? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's attack first. We need 2 swords, Azusa. Now if they want to get 2 mana for their Emrakul, they need to first replay Azusa. Or can they do it? Oh, Ulamog. Okay. Getting rid of Light Boss might be annoying. Here we put this on you. Ultra complete. Okay. So I think we slip out the back for commander. Yeah, that one's gonna hurt a little bit. Slip out the back. Ticket the captain and Tichana. Ooh. Is that what you wanted, opponent? And now we have 2 ways to keep flying, so let's see what we can get with Stormford. Here's Empath, opponent gets back. Can we win this turn? Because they could get a win to gain life. Ooh, that's the opposite. Eon Storm. I think we win. So this plus that. 7. Yep, we win. Just for good measure. Yeah, good games. And with... Can you believe we survived to Eldrazi? Full price. We survived Ulamog. And Emrakul to Wardano. Yep. Feels nice. Qué toncos, o sea. Yoira Weatherlight Captain. Okay, I like the interaction, but obviously we don't have anything to play early. This is better, but we need blue mana. Get another one. Here we can pass with mana open because this is a flash feature. Surgical Skull Bomb. Okay. Tries to draw. And no other lands. Ooh, that one. His opponent will draw a couple of cards. But with the Angelic Gift we can get... Oh, opponent has no more place, so... With the gift we can get... What was I gonna say? Shelter by Ghost. And Light Boss. Try to go for that. Especially now, since our opponent missed their land drop. Take Shelter by Ghost, and there is a Signet. Nice, another land. And in place, Pinnacle Emissary. So they get 1 or 2 Thopters. Ah, seems like they're gonna go off because their Thopters generate mana. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Slip out the back. Okay, they sacrifice it for mana. And let's see what they can do. Seems like that's all. Yep, opponent blocks. Now we have Remand. Maybe our commander can draw us a cup. Maybe just the one card, I think. From Mox. Exile a red card. Oh. Yeah, they still need red, another blue mana for their commander, I think. So I think if we put the counter on our commander, Kumonosu. And this is like triple modified, which doesn't affect anything but counter aura and the opponent is gonna draw with their spell bomb so that they can cast something. If they keep the ball going, then we will inevitably lose. Oh, they just bounce like boss. They need 0 cost now, or okay. Let's get like boss first. Hmm. Yeah, giving our opponent more turns to go off is not ideal. So maybe they win this turn. Okay, they didn't have anything, so they conceded. GG's. Ooh, we go first against Tifa. Kind of unfortunate, but also not terrible. Obviously get lost on Tifa is what we're gonna be trying to do. Let's start with this tap land. Actually, let's play Throught. Maybe that can bait our opponent into thinking we don't have... Well, they will know we don't have a counter spell since we are playing blue. They might... Yep, that's run their commander. Fortunately, we miss a land drop. But we can make it up by drawing cards with it's a resurgent. I think we should name something here with this guy, so... Or maybe? If we have a Stoneforge somewhere. That, play Stone. The opponent trades. We got our opponent's hand. Next Kim Bale. Yeah, checks out. We need our way around the Bale. Opponent attacks, but they're not gonna be dealing damage. No green. Cloud. Cloud for Caldra. Yeah, that can work. Oh, but it's not Stoneforge, so we cannot get it out. Right. Let's play Angelic Gift. Do what we draw. We're gonna draw a couple of cards. Grave. Oh. Changes things. I think so. Okay, maybe not enough. Yeah, I think they have it. Oh, yeah, that was on me. We had the answer. We just needed to play Cloud, get Shadow Spear, pay 1 for Shadow Spear, target Tifa, and then just pay for the activated ability on Shadow Spear. It loses Hexproof, goes to exile. I mean, they still had a winning position probably. They could buff Birds of Paradise and then make it huge with their Harmonizer, so there's a chance they beat us, but that was I made the wrong play there. Yes. Hence Yuffie, also known as Yuriko Tiger Shadow. We have two ways to deal with our opponent's commander. Since it doesn't matter if you kill it, it can come back. It's good if we make it lose abilities, and it's good if we take it for ourselves. So that said, they might get a hit in. Just the way it goes. Ooh, but maybe not yet. Right, self rebooter. They take requisition rate. So what now, opponent? to my Prowler. Yeah, I guess that's good enough to kill. I mean, they will get to map here, so maybe not. Yeah, maybe we needed to wait a little on that. But they reveal a land, so seems like we're okay. Nation. Spiderman. So let's draw a card. Reprieve. Weird. Let's play you. And we might get removal or a threat. Gonna place the one for damnation. They get Mausoleum Wanderer. Let's play our commander. They remove it, I think we might be in trouble. But not too much trouble. Since we can steal their commander. So let's go to combat attack. No blocks. Means we will try to steal our opponent's commander. Okay. Action. Furious Obsession. I think we might want to destroy that. If opponent has another ninja, they shouldn't return our commander, our Drake. Well, not only because of the aura, but also because they would give us another card, eventually. Strum, I guess we play Angelic Gift Commander. Okay, they commandeer that. Get to draw a card. Attacks. Ooh, those are knights and a land. We would discard one. Let's discard, I think, Bricon. Probably. And other complete. Does this mean opponent is gonna wipe? Okay, it seems like gonna happen. This isn't the one that has flash. So if we play the Aegis, oh, maybe they do have a Wrath. Oh, just a couple of ninjas. Yeah, that makes sense. And because one of them is Prosperous Thief, they're gonna be making a bunch of treasure as well. Do you wanna copy the Storm Drake? I guess if they copy it and they get their commander back, they also get a couple of triggers. And that might kill us actually. We'll play opponent, we'll play. One or more. Okay, so they only get one treasure. Ooh, 000. Get a push on the flyer. I guess they played 2 blockers now. But they should not, we can remove at this one. So okay, yeah, you knew about that one opponent. Guess we got lucky. GG's, Yuriko. So that's gonna be it for the gameplay, and I have to say, the Aura's plan is a really good one, even though some of the more expensive ones, they can be good finishers, but the fact that they don't give evasion and they are expensive really holds them back. If I were to cut something, I think one of those would be probably chosen by Vagabot since the other one draws those cards right away, but I wanted to try it because it's a new card and it also makes an interesting effect in protecting us by giving the creature we want the damage instead of us, and it goes nicely with Color Complete, which is another good card and one that also wins games that we got to see. So yeah, I think there are many ways to build this deck. If you want to go full equipment, that's also a good way, and I think that it can definitely work. If you want to build the counters version, you can also try it. Maybe check out the Halilla, maybe check the Celestia Halilla deck I also built for inspiration for that one. Although you missed out on Ouroboros, so maybe it's not the most ideal version. But yeah, the Auras deck worked really fine. I really liked the playstyle, so Brewer's Choice. So at the end of the day, if you want to make some adjustments, there's a little bit of Brewer's Choice, if you ask me. For now, I'm DJ Hermit. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.